everybody, it's Mrs. Bianchi. We're looking at question number 3. They're asking us to find the area of the shaded region, which is a polygon. It is a pentagon also. It's a 5-sided shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not a regular pentagon. So when we don't have a regular pentagon, then we do need to break it up into shapes that we have formulas for. So probably the easiest way to do this would be to break it up into, on the top we have a triangle, and on the bottom, this shape down here would be a trapezoid. So let's start with the triangle. The formula for area of a triangle is area equals half of the base times height. You should be writing that down on your piece of paper. Next, substitute in the values. We'll bring down the constant, which is a half. And let's figure out what the base is on this thing. Now, we still have a handful of people that aren't sure how to count the base. So remember, the base, you want to find that line that works perfectly along the grid lines and count. This is 1 unit, that yellow line. So if we just count how many of those we have, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of those. So the base on that thing is 4. The height has to be perpendicular to the base. In other words, it has to form a 90-degree angle, or form that what some people call upside down T. So this red line would represent the height of the triangle, and if we count how many units it is going up, we get 1, 2. Next, we might take half of 4, which would be 2, and then multiply that by the remaining 2 over here, and I'll let you finish that up. So you'll do 2 times 2, and you're going to get some number. So I'll just leave a yellow box, but you're going to write that number down on your piece of paper because everybody should know what 2 times 2 is. And that would be square units. All right, let's move on to the shape on the bottom, which is a trapezoid. So that's this figure down here. It's a trapezoid. How do we know it's a trapezoid? Because we have this line and this line are parallel to each other. So it's a quadrilateral with only one pair of parallel lines, because this line and this line are not parallel to each other. Let's write the formula down for area of a trapezoid, which is area equals half of the sum of the parallel sides, which we call base 1 plus base 2, times the height. Let's substitute in the formulas, the values. So if we count the base, let's count this one. Well, we already actually have that because we had that up here. It's the same line, so it's still going to be 4 going across for one of the bases. Oops, wrong color. All right, for the other base, we're counting the length of this line, and it's 2 units long. The height must be perpendicular to the base, so if we count the height on that green line, and remember this can go anywhere along here, including on the outside. Sometimes you'll see on worksheets they show you the height of figures outside, but we'll put it on the inside and we'll count. It's 1, 2. Substitute a 2 for the H. And remember, this means multiply. If you're afraid you'll forget that, then it might not be a bad idea to put a multiplication sign. And this means multiply. When you have nothing between a number or a value and a set of parentheses, then there's a secret multiplication sign there. All right, so the next step is going to be to go ahead and add this plus this. This plus this would give you 6. And we have to take half of that. So we're just bringing this down to the next line, and we'll bring this down to the next line. All right, so next we might consider taking half of 6. It's an even number, so we should be able to do that in our head. Half of 6 would be 3. So what you have left to do on this is we just did what's in the yellow box and got this, and I brought down the 2. The next step is going to be to multiply these 2 numbers together. I'm just going to leave a yellow box, but you're going to actually write a number there instead. So now we have to find the area of the entire figure. We need to add whatever you got here plus whatever you have here, and that will be the area of number 3.